Welcome to the Tom's River Show. Pat O'Melia here, your concerned Tom's River residents, why we do this show. All right, the Chris Christie era has ended. We begin the era of Phil Murphy. It'll be interesting to see how history paints Chris Christie. Prior to Bridgegate, he was riding high, probably the most popular GOP figure in the United States. Then Bridgegate occurred. Maybe we bring him in on an episode of Icons here, and we can talk to him in more detail. All right, you're watching the Tom's River Show. We'll be right back. Burns Brothers Memorials, Monuments, and Markers, 787 Tunley Avenue, Jersey City. Hudson County's only monument maker, serving all faiths and cemeteries. Design, studio, and launch inventory on site. Cemetery inscriptions and custom orders welcome. Burns Brothers Memorials, Monuments, and Markers, 787 Tunley Avenue, just south of Secaucus Road. Craftsmanship that will last for all eternity. Burns Brothers, Jersey City, Albert H. Hopper, North Arlington. Visit us on the net.
Meineke Car Care, conveniently located at 700 Tunley Avenue, Jersey City, half a mile north of County Road. Meineke bumper-to-bumper car care. Brakes, exhaust, oil change, wheel alignments, batteries, CV joints, and so much more. First-rate service at a price you can afford. All major cards accepted. Apply for a Meineke card. Meineke, Jersey City. Stop by and let Sammy check your brakes for free.
We're back. You're watching the Tom's River Show. Pat O'Melia here. You there? Now, again, you can see this on channel 190, but you know where else you can see this? You can see it on livestream.com. Under Hudson Media, you can go to our website, HMG TV shows. You can see this. We archive everything there. It's on YouTube. We put it on our Facebook. You can see this show anywhere. And this show is evolving. Little by little, we'll get it to be the information source you need. Best we can, anyway. As I said in the opening, it is now the Phil Murphy era here in New Jersey. And I, for one, wish Phil Murphy the best of luck. Let him have the most successful governorships we have ever had. Because if he isn't successful, if he's one and done, like his three Democratic predecessors in Florio, Jim McGreevey, and John Corzine, then it's going to be a rough 4 years for us here in New Jersey. We need Phil Murphy to have a successful administration, or we're doomed. We can't have another 4 years. Phil Murphy's a smart guy. He didn't get where he is being stupid. He knows what he needs to do. You know, there were some polls done. I've been talking about what needs to be done under the Murphy administration, and now the Murphy administration is here. Now, I want to get, before I get into some of the other stuff here, how long do you think it is before somebody coins it's Murphy's Law? You just know that is coming somewhere down the line, probably within the first week. Yeah, there's Marilyn Rivera, one of our divas here. She has joined the Murphy administration. He's put together a pretty good group of people, and he's got some real problems he needs to tackle. The Asbury Park Press, one of the greatest papers in the state of New Jersey, it truly is a great paper, did a poll with their readers there, and they asked them, I think it was 15 items that they came up with that should be his to-do list. Number one, I'm going to do the top five, because we kind of covered a lot of this in the Tom's River shows before, and I cannot express how important it is that Phil Murphy be successful. Item number one, anybody want to take a guess? I'll give you 3 guesses, but you'll only need one. Lowering property taxes. New Jersey is number one, and believe me, nobody's putting up that foam finger, number one here in New Jersey for that. He has to address property taxes. By hook or by crook, whatever way he can, he needs to reduce these. Now, we spoke of some of the ways that you can reduce taxes, and it's not just on the state level. He has to encourage the municipalities and the counties to start cutting back. Consolidating towns and school districts. Yeah, you got some small towns, and each one of these towns are their own little kingdom. And each one of these towns, for the most part, have, you know, chief of police, fire chiefs, you know, full forces. You know, you may have a town with 800 residents. You got all this personnel. So, yeah, you could consolidate. I think there was only 2 towns in the whole state that consolidated under Christie, and he was one of the guys that was pushing this also. Yes, shared services. You want to consolidate towns, that's fine. It's got a big union problem doing that. But like I said, every little town, they got their own police chief, they got their own fire chief, they got their own DPW directors. There is such amount, what is it, 532 municipalities in New Jersey? And they all have their little kingdoms. And they got their, the whole court of people that you're paying for with taxes. School districts. I know Senate President Steve Sweeney has some ideas about consolidating or turning them into county school districts. The state of Maryland, their school budget is 50% of what New Jersey is. We really have to, there's all those cliches, thinking out of the box. So that we really have to do that. Number 3, New Jersey Transit. I think Phil Murphy is making that one of his first missions. But that, again, that's where you get the politics come involved. New Jersey Transit it lives at the whim of politicians. When politicians, we want a light rail, we want bus service, we want this. New Jersey Transit is granting those wishes no matter how much red ink that swims in. That can no longer be the case. The war on opioids. Ocean County is one of the leaders in this fight. You got a great prosecutor there in Ocean County who was really on the forefront. I remember doing a show with him about a year and a half ago in Hudson County, where I'm from, Jersey City, where you all began life in the gene pool in Jersey City before you all relocated to Toms River. We don't have that big of an opioid problem in New Jersey, in Jersey City or in Hudson County, but it's much bigger in Ocean County. But it is starting to happen up in Hudson County. At least we're starting to report on it more. We have our hot crime districts, and that's all fueled by drugs. But Ocean County is really in the forefront of this, and you can thank your prosecutor on that. Legalizing pot. I'm going to get into legalizing pot later in the show because we're probably going to do that. I don't know if we're going to do it real quick. I don't know if that's going to be in Murphy's first 100 days because there are so many open questions to this. And the more you look at the other states that have legalized it, there's a lot of problems there. Shared services have to be on the top of the list for Governor Murphy to encourage the counties and the municipalities in those counties to work together. I'm pleading with Jersey City and Hudson County to work together. That before, you got park departments, DPWs. Reducing taxes, again, is Murphy's first job, but it has to be a whole statewide effort. And we got to see if Phil Murphy can get the state together. All right, we're going to break for commercial. You're watching the Toms River Show. I'll be right back.
Pen & Pencil Properties, Jersey City. Shaping the workplace with state-of-the-art office spaces that address your company desires. Building residences that define your home environment, adjacent to all modes of transportation with on-site parking available. The right address, the right lease. Call 201-521-9000 or visit online at penandpencilproperties.com. Pen & Pencil Properties, building Jersey City for everyone. Good Friend Self-Storage in North Bergen, New Jersey is a fully climate-controlled facility equipped with state-of-the-art security, packing supplies, a Refer Friend program, and multiple loading docks convenient for commercial use. Located just off of Route 3 at 4301 Tunnelly Avenue, Route 1 and 9. Call 201-867-2444 or visit us on the web today. Good Friend Self-Storage. Let us be your good friend.
We're back. You're watching the Toms River Show. Pat O'Melia here, your concerned Toms River resident. Why are you watching the show? And I'm trying to bring as much information to you as possible. Now, our website, HMG TV Shows, you can see all the productions we do there. If you have an idea, you have a story, you have some situation you need help with, whether it's county, municipally, consumer, I'm going to get into some consumer stuff today. I'm starting my wall of shame or something, totem pole of shame, whatever shameful thing it is, we're starting that today. When I first started in this business, I started in radio. And we cut our teeth with municipal, county, and consumer issues. And I really see a need for that again. Before I jump into the legalization of marijuana here, pot, I just want to bring one other thing up to Governor Murphy. The New Jersey Turnpike. This thing should be swimming in money. We should never have any problems with the roads on the New Jersey Turnpike because we pay a pretty good sum of money to ride that road. Potholes galore. I'm coming down to Seaside Heights. My kids bought a house down there, and I got a studio down there. I'm going through the toll booths, coming off 11 to the Parkway, and there's the same potholes. They're in the same toll booth lanes. Then you get on, you're riding down the pike, there's pothole. That should never be. I used to say if there was a nuclear attack, the turnpike would be open. I can't say that anymore. Legalizing pot. There are two bills that are working their way through Trenton, one in the Assembly and one in the Senate. The one that seems to be gaining the most traction would be a bill that legalized the possession and personal use of up to an ounce of marijuana for adults over the age of 21. Now, we're going to tax that at 25%. There's talk of 300, 400 million. And there's even talk of that being conservative on how much money you can make from legalizing pot. But there's pros and cons, and there's a lot of cons that are piling up here. The state would also establish an enforcement agency along with a licensing system for growers and retailers. Bing, 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 there's the problem. We already have those systems in place for alcohol and tobacco. We do not need an entire new enforcement agency, a whole new department with all new payrolls and all new personnel and all new expenses. This is one way of losing all the money you may have gained. We have this in place already. Yeah, they're talking, I think, 8 pot retail locations, 2 in every district, I think 80 statewide. Alcohol and tobacco statewide and municipally, they can handle that. We don't need to start anything new that will suck up the profits or the revenue, whichever we want to. Should the state make profits? Probably not. Suck up the revenue from what we're going to generate here. Huge mistake. Alcohol, like I said, alcohol and tobacco can easily handle that. And they're talking about the 80 locations statewide. I think it's like 2 in every district. The state would impose a weed tax of 25%. That's a pretty heavy tax there. That's why they're saying 300, 400 million. They're saying that's really conservative numbers. It's really confusing about home growing. They're talking about you can do some home growing. You can have 6 mature. I don't know a lot about pot growing. You have 6 mature plants and 6 other kind of plants, and I'm sure you probably had to get a license if you're going to be a home grower, and if people are going to knock on your door to check your farms, that sort of thing. But what we don't need, chances are we probably won't have the home grown, because supposedly that's causing all sorts of other problems in the other states that legalize it. Overage, unlike solar power, you get the solar deal on your roof, and the energy you don't use, you sell back to PS&G or New Jersey Natural Gas or whoever's your electric supplier. In the case of pot, people are selling that themselves, and the concern is it would get back on the black market. What we can't allow to happen if we legalize pot, and I'm going to tell you, there are a bunch of cons. As the shows progress, we'll bring in the Ocean County prosecutor. We'll talk about his war on opioids, and then we're legalizing pot. It doesn't make a lot of sense. But if we legalize pot, and if it's one of the things that Murphy does in his first 100 days, I don't think that's going to happen in the first 100 days. We can't allow the revenue that is generated from that to go south. Like the money that was supposedly was going to offset your property taxes with Atlantic City and the Meadowlands racetrack and the lottery. All these things were going to offset your property taxes. There was all new revenue streams coming in. That would make New Jersey so affordable to live in. Well, that didn't happen. For that matter, one of Christie's biggest mistakes was leasing the lottery. Think of all that money that came in all them years from AC and lottery, and your property taxes kept going up. You didn't experience the benefits of that. We can't let that happen again. Any revenue that's generated from the sale of marijuana in the state of New Jersey has to be earmarked for property tax release. I think it's Allied and U-Haul put out statistics. New Jersey, there are more people moving out of Jersey, big time difference between moving out and moving in. And that can't continue to happen. And they're talking about a millionaire's tax. We can easily move out of the state and still conduct their business. Millionaires. It's our technology we have that'll allow them to do it. All right, we're going to break for commercial. You're watching the Tom's River Show. We'll be right back.
Newport, the luxury waterfront community on the Hudson River, offers the quality of life you deserve in 10 high-rise rental towers with amenities such as the on-site Newport Path subway, light rail and ferry service, Newport Town Square, 3 playgrounds, dog run, upscale restaurants, retail giants like Sears, JCPenney, Macy's, and Target. Morton Williams Supermarket is just outside your front door. A health and fitness club, spa, skating rink, and medical facilities are also on site. NewportNJ.com. Enjoy the New York skyline from Newport Town Square. Manhattan is just one path stop away or quick ride through the Holland Tunnel. Nursery and private elementary schools all on site. 12-screen movie theater at the Newport Center Mall. Want to visit Newport? Stay at the Westin or Marriott Hotel. Go to NewportNJ.com for details. Newport has luxurious towers, great restaurants, shopping, New York skyline views, schools, playgrounds, a marina and yacht club, gym, spa, fine wine, fine living. It's incredible. It's you. NewportNJ.com. Newport, live like you want.
We're back. Pat O'Melia here. You there? We're doing a Jersey City show. Might use this segment for the Tom's River show. I also host that one from the other studio. Wall of Shame. We're going to start that. As I said earlier, I cut my teeth back in the radio days, back in the late 90s, with consumer and municipal issues with Brett Schundler. Brett Schundler gave me run of the city, and anything I needed, Brett Schundler gave me. Then Glenn came in and he gave me more run of the city. So we were very successful helping people with municipalities issues and getting things done in Jersey City and consumer issues. I just ran into a couple of consumer issues. So first off, we have 2 lists. We're going to have the Wall of Shame, and we're going to have the watch list. People that may find their way onto the Hall of Shame. Actually, you see Optimum and Altice. They're really one and the same. Altice is the parent company, and Optimum, of course, is the cable company. A very powerful political figure here in North Hudson is having a problem with Optimum. He has been having a problem with Optimum for over 5 to 6 days, where the guy was coming, the guy doesn't come, BSing him. He can't get service from Optimum. He actually sent me a text that said Altice is horrible. Altice is the parent company of Optimum. Said they are horrible. So I asked what the problem is, and he explained to me, and I said, well, Altice, Optimum, they're going through so many changes. None of them are good, by the way. Personnel is going left and right. Optimum, Altice is like the worst technology company I ever dealt with. With Comcast, who we're live with right now, I FTP my shows. We transfer them all, file transfer protocol to Comcast, and it's done through the computer. I still have to snail mail DVDs to Optimum to play on our leased access and pub access channels. They can't even get FTP, no matter what. We want to do live broadcasting on Optimum. They're not capable of that. They're not capable of anything. Really, they're positioning themselves for a takeover by Spectrum. I'm dealing with Altice all the time because I'm a programmer there. I sent an email to one of their executive vice presidents, a nice woman, vice president in legal, and explained what the situation was, and somebody should reach out for this person. I assumed that would be done. So I contact this very powerful political figure in New Jersey, not just Hudson County, New Jersey-wide. Nobody reaches him. So I said, all right, I'll reach out for their government affairs person, somebody who really, in my opinion, does nothing. It's never been any value to me getting anything done. So I reach out for her. I call her, and I said, listen, I explained what the situation was. I said, I strongly recommend that you reach out for this guy. Oh, what's the problem? I said, listen, call him. He'll tell you. Because somewhere along the line, these cable companies are going to be in Trenton saying, we want to deregulate that or do this. And this guy's not going to forget what happened. The cable company reduced one of the most powerful political figures in New Jersey to mere mortal status because you can't get the damn cable company. And I've had my fill with Optimum. So they are on my wall of shame. And believe me, that shame wall is going to load up. There was almost a second inductee into the wall of shame, and it was a plumbing company. Absolute Plumbing and Heating. They are now on our watch list. The problem with Absolute Plumbing and Heating was they don't keep their appointments. they would be 6 hours late, which is a problem. Say you're a mother and you got to go pick up your kids at school, and they're supposed to be there at 11, and they don't show up till 4. In my case, in my deal, let me stick with this. I dealt with them 3 times. Every time they've been late or didn't show at all. The last time that my kids bought a house in Seaside Heights, I arranged to have them come down about doing some bathroom remodeling for the kids. I explained to them that I'm going to travel 87 miles to get down there. Even though we have a studio there, I didn't have much to do in Seaside, so it was not a day I was going to go down. Spoke to them Thursday because they didn't call me to confirm. Say, oh, yeah, everything's set for 11 o'clock. I said, all right, because I'm going to go 87 miles. I drive down, hanging around, nobody calls. I called them, yeah, the guy's going to come, blah, 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 blah. Eventually, I leave. They call me like 3.5 hours later, the guy's coming. That doesn't work. So I got back to the studio. I got in touch with the owner. Then I got in touch with the managers. There was some problem. But they eventually realized we can't operate this way. So they reached out to me and said, listen, we want to do the right thing, which really shows me there is some integrity with this company. What they did the right thing. They're going to give $1,000 worth of free plumbing to Jersey City and Toms River because the complaint originated in Ocean County. Absolute. The work, when they do it, is fine. Excellent work. It's a problem getting them there. So they're on my watch list. I truly appreciate when companies realize the error of their ways and they want to make amends. Now, I'm not going to profit from it. Jersey City and Toms River, plumbing in their senior centers or what have you. But they'll remain on my watch list, absolute. Hopefully, I never have to call them again. But if you have a problem with them, get in touch with me because I'll call them. But right now, they're on the watch list, and I appreciate that they seen the error of their ways, and that's a good sign. So for right now, you can deal with absolute. You got a problem, get in touch with me. We're going to break for commercial.
Rama Jewelers, located in the Lyndhurst Shopping Center at 413 Valley Brook Avenue, Lyndhurst. Come for all your jeweler needs at Rama Jewelers, where you will find a fine selection of necklaces, earrings, rings, and bracelets. Choose from one of our complete sets, our many signature items, or find the perfect engagement ring. Come on down. That's Rama Jewelers at 413 Valley Brook Ave, Lyndhurst. Call 201-939-5784 or visit us online today.
The Jersey City Medical Center. You know it for its award-winning life-saving ambulance service. It's also your health hub, with health and wellness locations staffed with certified professionals all through Hudson County. The Jersey City Medical Center, here to help you with your healthy, here when you need us the most. The Jersey City Medical Center. Visit us on the net to learn more. Jersey City Medical Center, Robert Wood Johnson, Barnabas Health Facility. Let's be healthy together. We're back. You're watching the Toms River Show. I'm here. You're there. We're trying to do a good job. You got some changes coming up in the show this year, in particular Wildwood. And that's to do with smoking. And, I'm an ex-smoker. I haven't had a cigarette in, I guess, almost 10 years now. About the same time I haven't had a drink. You can't drink unless you smoke. And you can't have a beer unless you're having a cigarette. And then, we made it such an outcast being a smoker. You couldn't smoke in a bar. You can't smoke in a restaurant. You're standing out in the street. Like it's like criminal element out there smoking. I don't know if what's going to happen with pot. But in Wildwood and North Wildwood, they're changing the smoking state. It's going to be illegal in Wildwood and North Wildwood. Violators will have to pony up $250 in North Wildwood if you're caught smoking on the boardwalk. And in Wildwood itself, if you're caught smoking on the boardwalk, it's $1,000 or 90 days in jail. You want to do 90 days in jail for cigarettes? Smoking a smoke? I don't know what's going to happen with pot, if you're going to be allowed to smoke pot on the boardwalk. But, as an ex-smoker, now I'm talking to the smokers who are watching the show now. I don't have, listen, the reasoning that they're making it illegal, they're saying a secondhand smoke and it's cancer, it causes cancer and people shouldn't have to smell the cigarette smoke. Actually, I enjoy cigarette smoke. I don't smoke anymore. I agree with these measures, but not because of all that cancer carcinogen and, secondhand smoke and all that. I agree with it because today's smokers have zero respect for the boardwalks or beaches. Now, I'm in Seaside Heights quite often. I'm on the boardwalk quite often. And you see cigarette butts everywhere. They're on the board, where they're stuck between the boards of the boardwalk. Ramboli down there in Seaside, he's got to get that out between the boards. You look at the beach, you'll see cigarettes up in the beach. It sounds like it's a big ashtray. When the hell do we have such a lack of respect for the beaches and the boardwalk? And in Seaside Heights, they actually have smoking sections. And the smoking sections are located pretty much at the entrance streets, where the streets abut right up to the boardwalk. They got those strange looking like ashtray deals there where you can smoke and you put the cigarette butt in there. They're right there by the benches, these weird looking ashtrays. They don't use them. They miss them. I don't know what happened. You go there, you see cigarettes all into the street, all in the board. There's the friggin' receptacle is right there. The cigarette butt receptacle is right there. And today's smokers can't make it. They can't get it in there. And they're all up. And they, I argued about, and when we were changing the smoking laws here, I remember, the first wave was non-smoking, a smoking section in a restaurant. It used to make me laugh. I'd be like right on the border, like table 14 was smoking section, table 15 was non-smoking, and that person at 15 was getting my cigarette smoked. When I smoked, and again on the boardwalk, I would exhaust the burn, the flame on the cigarette, roll it up, and then I would throw it in the garbage. But it was, it was extinguished. There was no chance of a fire. I was never disrespectful of the boardwalk or the beach, maybe because I'm used to dealing with municipalities, and I realize the labor that's involved. But, it's amazing now. And I assume it's the younger generation that, just throw the butts anywhere. I don't recall that when I know I didn't do it. But it seems now nobody has any respect. So now, you smokers, you're not going to be able to smoke on the border. And I'm sure Seaside Heights will follow. I don't blame them. They take that ashtray out at the smoking section. All right, guys, we do all we can, but you can't get your cigarette butt in this receptacle, then we can't help you out. And again, as an ex-smoker, and I don't have a problem with the secondhand smoke and all that stuff, it's the lack of respect when you were finished with the cigarette on the boardwalk there. And I see it every time in Seaside Heights. Like I said, I see the cigarette butts between the wood. I see the cigarette butts in the sand. I see the cigarette butts in the street, right by the friggin' receptacle for the cigarette butts. They can't get it in there. So I'm sorry. You guys deserve this measure. And I'm going to tell you something. They only got 4 or 5 months to make their whole municipal budget. If they're going to get $1,000 for you smoking, believe me, they're going to get you. The other thing, the more I'm down at Seaside Heights, I don't understand why people in Toms River don't go to Seaside Heights more at night. It's within reach. It's right over the boardwalk. There's like Hemingway's there. The Beachcombers there. There's so many things to do in Seaside Heights. It's like an undisturbed country. There's a whole town there off-season. I know everybody goes there during the season, but there's a whole town there off-season. There's a whole nightlife down there. There's a whole buzz to that place. I got to start promoting Seaside Heights more. When they're talking about, tourism, we got to get people from New England and Pennsylvania. Hell, they got to get people from Toms River to go to Seaside Heights. All right, listen, we're out of time. Don't forget, live stream, my website, HMG TV shows. Everything's archived. If you need me, send me an email. I'm Pat O'Melia. You be good. You be safe. I'll talk to you during the week. Good night.